Not, I've heard Teddy say that experience, that's it. R&B doesn't work for me. I'm going to hip hop. What was it for you like when all that ended? How did you take it?
I took it as I didn't know how to take it at first because we were so young, and you get over the notion of being angry and upset and all these emotions. Yeah. But then I got serious. I stuck to R&B. It's like that's all I knew as far as lyrics. You know, Teddy still did R&B, but he went over to really doing just the music and the beat. And so we grew in that way, separately and together, because even after Kids at Work, Teddy and I still formed a new group, New Ideas, and after that came God, you know, so. Okay,
so with New Ideas, was it just the two of you? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we just brothers. Yeah.
And so when you guys formed that, were you still performing, or was it just like, let's just get records together, let's just and wait for another deal?
No, both. I mean, we were so used to we came from like a 8, 9, 12 group band. Okay. We went from that to because we wanted to, it's because we had to, because the older guys would start to go off and indulge in other things, in other endeavors. So we were left to say, okay, we're serious about this. What we gonna do? So I met Clarell, so we formed that group, which was given the name Kids at Work.
Yeah.
After that, when Clarell decided, okay, I'm not gonna cut my hair, I'm gonna do this and whatever, and went against what we wanted to do as a group, then Teddy and I just said, okay, listen, no more members, just let's focus on you and me. So we still traveled, we still went to Chicago, we recorded.
Wow.
We still came back and did shows like at the Red Parrot and the Copacabana. So we still was basically trying to do something, even though it didn't grow into anything.
Yeah,
we still tried to do something.
And you were the lead singer at that point then?
And New I, it was a short-lived thing, but yeah, New I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Teddy wasn't a singer, so it was left up to me to, you know, write and sing.
Yeah, and then, you know, we've heard the story about how you were working at a shoe company and you met Aaron. What was it about? Were you just colleagues, or did you? How did
yeah,
that
we were colleagues. We was working side by side in ladies' shoes, and we were both young, so we became fast friends. And you know, just talking, just going to work every day, co-worker, whatever. So, but we was there 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
And he always used to bug me because he recognized me as being in Kids at Work.
Oh.
Because locally,
yeah.
Again, locally, we were, at some point in time, we was real hot because we had a song called Singing in the Air that played on the radio on WBLS and Kiss.
Wow.
And so he used to bug me all the time. I can sing, but you heard that so much that you were just like, whatever. So one day we was in the stock room getting ladies' shoes, laughing and joking. And Aaron used to have this bad impediment, speech impediment, where he stuttered. And he said, I can sing, I'm telling you, I'm a singer. So I said, okay, mother, just sing. Sing now. He said, right? I said, you've been bugging me forever, sing. And as soon as he opened his mouth and sung, it was a rap. It was like, oh, all right, it's a rap. And we quit that next day.
What? Just because you didn't sing?
I went straight on faith. I made sure Aaron had food, clothes. He was coming over to my home every morning. We were writing, we were working, we would go to clubs, we'd go to anywhere we had, whatever we had to do, we did. Because when he sung for me, I knew it was like a revelation. I was like, wow, this is it.
Wow. And then, you sensed, what was the plan? Because you read different stories on Wikipedia and stuff as to how it worked out. I mean, I think in one story I heard that you went to Teddy to say, can you come and produce? And Aaron says, no, you need to bring him in. But what was the real story?
No, man, hell. First of all, Aaron, at that time, I was the unofficial leader because it was when Aaron sung for me, Aaron was coming over to my home every morning, eat from breakfast to late night. Sometimes Aaron would sleep. I had a studio, but the way the studio was set up, it was like a giant living room.
Okay.
And Aaron would sleep on the couch, and we would go right back at it the next morning. So it wasn't no, not at all. So what happened was I called Teddy, because Teddy and I was still thick as thieves. I could call. Even though he was working at the time on Heavy D and Cool Mo D and Keith Sweat, I still could call Teddy at any given time, and Teddy would pick up because we had that attachment.
Yeah.
So I called Teddy and asked him, I told him I had this new idea, because God gave me a revelation. He gave me the name, he gave me the group, he gave me the style, the concept, everything. It was like a vision.
Wow.
And so I called Teddy and said, I didn't want Teddy to be in a group. I didn't ask him to be in a group. I just said, yo, I need you to help me produce.
Okay.
This new group I'm trying to do. And I got this lead singer that, man, I'm telling you, he sounded exactly like Charlie Wilson. Exactly. And he said, word? I said, yeah, man, this dude is crazy. So Teddy said, all right, listen, I'm working on, I believe it was Kumo D. I thought it was Keith, but no, Keith would have came out because all of us was tight knit. If it was Keith's session, Keith would have came out. That's how close we were. Okay. So it had to be Kumo D. So we went down to the studio, and Teddy took us into the vocal and the piano room and said, all right, man, let me hear what y'all got. Let me see what you got, Timmy. I know you can write, but let me hear what y'all got. So I got on the piano. By then I learned how to play a few chords. And I played a few chords and played him the song. And Aaron sung. When Aaron sung, you could see Teddy's eyes light up. And then when Aaron got on the piano and played and we sung, then Teddy said, yo, I'm down. But I don't only want to help you, I want to be a part of the group. So for me, that was like, okay, no problem. Because Teddy had access to the big recording studios. Okay. So we was like, okay, no problem. And we went from there.
So what was the first things you guys wrote then? What was the first thing that you wrote?
Well, myself and Aaron already had Piece of My Love. When we went to Teddy, we already had Piece of My Love, Don't Clap Your Hands, Just Dance, and Goodbye Love. Oh. So we already had those songs was written. Teddy put his expertise on it and his production and arrangement on it. But the song was already written and it was already arranged. After that, though, came I Like, Groove Me.
Okay, so we've got loads of people who've been asking about each of the songs.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me.
No, okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice is winning all spirits.
Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.